name is Katie, and this is my co-host Ben. Ben Nevis? Today I want to talk to you about geek girls. There's been a lot of talk about the fake geek girl thing, and I'm glad that people are having that discussion because it's horseshit, and I definitely have friends who have had to deal with that. However, it's not something that I've ever had to deal with. And I don't know why that is. I can only assume it's because on the looks scale I tend closer to a Velma than a Daphne. Jinkies! The thing I have encountered, I don't really know what the name is, maybe it doesn't have a name, so I'm just going to explain it. So you go to a party by yourself. A lot of people there you don't know, you're striking up conversations, kind of feeling things out, and then you connect with a fella who you don't know. This is a dude you're not attracted to, at least not at first glance. And you guys talk and realize that you got something in common, like Doctor Who or Star Trek, and not 30 goddamn seconds into the conversation do you catch him looking at you like this. You can practically see the cartoon hearts around his head. And the worst part is that he's not fallen in love with you. He's fallen in love with this. Hi there. I adore The Walking Dead, Kick-Ass, and everything else us geeks are supposed to like without question. I know back when you were in high school, alone and misunderstood, your idea of me just burst from you in a white mist. And now here I am in real life. There's nothing wrong with having this perfect geek girl fantasy in your head to masturbate to. There is something wrong when you start projecting it onto other actual living, bleeding human beings. The worst part about this is that everything that you say becomes twisted through that projected vision of perfection. For example, if you're like, oh yeah, cosplay is awesome. It translates to, of course you can lick honey off of my Slave Leia bikini. Or, oh yeah, I don't really play video games, but I have friends who do, it's cool. Deep down inside, I could be a gamer. I've just never had the right person to show me the way. Or, Amy Pond is my favorite companion. If you say come along Pond, your balls will be on my chin in 5 seconds. But since I've had to deal with this situation more than once, I have figured out one foolproof way of getting out of it. And that is talking about gender politics. Those anti-choice protesters piss me off. Did you read that thing about Mark Millar saying that comics aren't for girls? What a fucking shithead. No, I didn't call them pro-life. I didn't see them at the fucking anti-war rally. Don't even get me started about that feminist frequency reaction. I don't even play video games and I gave her $50 because of all that horse shit that she had to deal with. They're fucking anti-choice or mandatory motherhood. That one's okay too. He will run like he found a turd in the punch bowl. Now I don't recommend that you just copy and paste these examples, but use them for inspiration. I mean, copy and paste them if they're things that you also care about. Go nuts. I'm just saying that you should pick something that genuinely gets you pissed off as a geek girl. The other nice thing about this technique is that the dudes who don't run, but instead have something meaningful to say about these topics, are probably dudes that you misjudged off the bat, and you can now have a meaningful conversation and maybe a friendship or a romantic relationship or whatever it is that ends up working out. Always just better to throw out your blunt opinions about gender politics in geek culture. That's my attitude. Kawaii!